In more pressing news, Andrea Flores, our Good Morning Illini news correspondent, has some more pressing news than me and Chris's music career.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Andrea Flores, your UI7 news correspondent. I'm excited to bring you top stories from across campus, Champaign, Urbana, and the country every week. So let's get started. A major change coming to campus was announced in late August, benefiting low-income students and their families across Illinois. Starting next fall, families with an income below $61,000 will be able to attend the university, tuition and fees free. As for room and board and other expenses, students will be able to still receive financial aid from grants, scholarships, and loans. $4 million will be allocated to the Tuition Assistance Program. Donations will also go to the fund, and there is no limit for how many students may receive financial assistance. Other requirements for the free tuition pledge include family assets below $50,000, and it is only offered to in-state freshmen and new transfer students at or below 24 years old. And while we're talking about change, got 50 cents, a new dockless bike sharing service made its debut on campus earlier this month. For only $2, anyone can ride any of the 500 bikes across campus. All you need to rent a bike is download their app and make an account. You scan the barcode on the bike and you're all set to ride. Our campus is no stranger to guests riding into town, like former President Barack Obama earlier this month. This past Tuesday, the Me Too movement founder, Tarana Burke, spoke at Follinger Auditorium. She was named Time Magazine's 2017 Person of the Year. Even though the hashtag #MeToo movement gained popularity in the last year, Burke began the campaign 10 years ago, after founding Just Be Inc., which helps sexual harassment and assault victims. Since then, she has made waves in standing up for survivors. During her speech, she defined the movement as truth being told by millions of people around the world, not just celebrities. Burke also addressed sexual violence on college campuses, calling for students to action in finding a solution. In local news, efforts to save the Burnham Mansion collapsed. The 134-year-old home was demolished this past Tuesday, despite community attempts to preserve the historic mansion. Different online campaigns, including a website and a GoFundMe page, were dedicated to saving the mansion built by esteemed architects Daniel Burnham and John Wellborn Root. The building stood in between Champaign Central High School's expansion plans. Nearly 2 years ago, a referendum passed for the Unit 4 board to move forward in tearing the mansion down. The demolition came with a price tag for taxpayers, $183 million to cover the construction work and crew. And the future for 603 West Church Street, a parking lot to cater to Central High School's new facility plans. Looking ahead to the weekend, the Fighting Illini are back in Champaign, looking to tame the Penn State Lions tonight at Memorial Stadium. The football team started the season off strong with wins against Kent State and Western Illinois, but lost to South Florida last weekend at Chicago Soldier Field. The team is now 2-1 for the season. Last weekend, the football team started off strong in the first half, but fell in the second, ultimately losing the game 19-25. Hopefully the Illini will be able to make a comeback at the first Friday Night Lights game of the season tonight. Student tickets are only $10 with an iCard. That's it for your UI7 News recap. Thanks for joining me, and I'll have your campus top stories right here next week.